This is the OTB Television Network, a service of Capital District Off-Track Betting.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this week's edition of Horses and Courses. 17 races to bring you as the Saturday feature in New York. The Kings Point didn't go, so we have 17 from around the country. Big Saturday afternoon at both Fairgrounds and Gulfstream Park, 3-year-olds and others. But we're going to kick it off down at Tampa Bay Downs with the 23rd running of the Super Stakes. Action Andy, last year's winner, 3-2.
Are at the post for the Super Stakes. And they're off. Winslow Homer on the outside, breaks for the lead. There goes Action Andy. Now moving up to challenge. Good Lord is away with a top flight, and the last horse away, Captain Candyman Can. They move out of the long 7 furlong shoot and hook up with the main track, and there he goes, Action Andy. And Danny Coe, the leader, 3 parts of length. Good Lord is close up second. Winslow Homer is on the outside now, racing along third. Then it's 1 length farther back. Captain Candyman is advancing toward the rail now to be fourth. Way out on the outside is Why Pretend, a length and a half farther back to Bellfire. Then it's Gourmet Dinner, and the trailer is Angel of Distinction. They leave the half-mile marker. Action Andy, and Good Lord moves to the leader in hand second. A length and a half farther back, Winslow Homer on the outside. He's circling horses and now gaining ground third. Why Pretend on the outside, racing along fourth. Bellfire is under an all-out ride. He's putting it around as they turn into the stretch. Good Lord on the outside. Action Andy, and Danny Coe goes to work on him. There into the stretch. It's Good Lord on the outside. Action Andy tries to battle back. Winslow Homer is down the center of the racetrack. Far outside is Bellfire inside the final furlong. Action Andy is still there on the outside. Good Lord is right back at him, and these two heads apart. Good Lord now surging to the lead. Good Lord will take it from Action Andy. Bellfire flies on to be third, and Winslow Homer appears to be fourth in an outstanding running of the Super Stakes, and the running time on the board, 1:22 and 3/100 seconds.
But it is a new track record by Good Lord, who finished fourth in last year's running of the Super Stakes. First start of 2013. Formerly was 1 for 16 at Tampa Bay Downs, but now returns $10.60 with the stakes victory under Fernando de la Cruz. Action Andy, the 3-2 favorite, finishes second with Bellfire third. The new track record of 122.03, eclipsing 1/10 of a second off the old 7 furlong record. And now we go over to Gulfstream Park, their big Saturday afternoon. We kick it off with 3-year-old fillies in the Devona Dale Stakes. Dreaming of Julia making her 3-year-old debut at 4-5.
And they're all in line. The racing in the Devona Dale, and Twice Told Tale did not have a good start at all. She got left about 5 lengths. Live Lively on the outside goes out to the front. A little bit wide into that first turn, but Live Lively is going to be quick enough to clear and kick on from Dreaming of Julia. And then it's Lady Banks third to the inside. And then it's Private Ensign in fourth. And trying to catch up to the field after a slow start is Twice Told Tale. She's now 6 lengths off of front-running Live Lively. Joel Rosario and Live Lively to the backstretch in front, 23 into the opening quarter mile. Dreaming of Julia, 2.5 lengths behind her, running in second. Now Private Ensign takes third just to the outside of Lady Banks, who has the rail fourth by another 2, and Twice Told Tale last of the 5, and she's now 7 lengths off of Live Lively. Live Lively keeps on rolling along on the lead here, 3 lengths ahead of Dreaming of Julia after a half in 46 and 3/5 seconds. Then it's Private Ensign outside of Lady Banks, and a long way last year's Twice Told Tale, who's not going on today. Around the far turn, Live Lively continues to lead the way. And now John Velasquez once more from Dreaming of Julia. She's 1.5 lengths behind Live Lively. She's under a ride. Private Ensign's got 4 lengths to make up, and they make their way to the top of the stretch. Live Lively is led every step of the way and turns for home with a 2-length lead on Dreaming of Julia, who's running after her now in second. Private Ensign is third. Live Lively trying to hold off the challenge of Dreaming of Julia, who keeps fighting, but Live Lively's got the lead, and Live Lively has wired the field in the Devona Dale. Dreaming of Julia was second, Private Ensign was third, and then Lady Banks.
But it is Live Lively, ladies and gentlemen, who goes to the front end under Joel Rosario and never looks back. Scores the victory as the second choice in the wagering, returning $6.20. This is an offspring of Medaglia d'Oro, going out for Mark Henning. And boy, if not Mark Henning's first client when he went out on his own, boy, one of the first. The Familiar Silks of Lee Lewis. Dreaming of Julia making her first start since the Breeders' Cup. I think all things considered finishes a good second at odds on, with Private Ensign finishing third at third choice in the wagering in this year's Devona Dale. We move over to the turf, going a mile in the Canadian Turf Handicap at even money, making the first start of the year, Data Link.
They're all in line. They're racing in the Canadian Turf. Joe's Blazing Aaron out fast. There goes Global Power right up and after him now. These two out for the lead, and Global Power sent to the top by Paco Lopez. Joe's Blazing Aaron goes right with him, and How Great sits third. Scatman fourth to the outside. Then it's Cash Rules. Data Link saves all the ground there. 4 lengths off the lead. A bit of a wide run there for Night Party, who's 4 deep into that turn. Then Beauchois to the inside. Za Approvals after that, and Empire Builder is the trailer. On to the backstretch. Global Power makes the pace, and it's a solid one. 23 and 1 the opening quarter. Pressure put on by Joe's Blazing Aaron, who's just outside of him, and How Great is 3 deep running in third. The pack is very tight here. Now Beauchois is sent through on the inside into 4th position. Scatman is right there in between horses with Za Approval. And right there too, Empire Builder, Night Party, and Data Link. And then it's Cash Rules. 46 and 4 for a half mile into the far turn. Global Power, Joe's Blazing Aaron, How Great to the outside of them. Down at the rail comes Beauchois. Data Link's got a swing up on the far outside. Za Approval's got nowhere to go, and then it's Empire Builder. And they're into the stretch, and it's Joe's Blazing Aaron. Global Power gives way. Beauchois comes up the rail. Data Link is coming on. Then Za Approval. How Great didn't go on today. Data Link will try to run down Joe's Blazing Aaron. Here's Data Link in the center of the course, and Data Link and Javier Castellano win the Canadian Turf. Joe's Blazing Aaron was second, Beauchois was third, and Za Approval was fourth.
And a very, very impressive performance by Data Link, who we haven't seen since winning the Citation out at Hollywood Park on Black Friday. Javier Castellano, a brilliant, brilliant job scoring the victory for Shug McGahee, returning $4.20. Joe's Blazing Aaron finishes second, with Bo Choi at 10-1 finishing third in the very competitive Canadian Turf. Moving on to 3-year-olds, the Fountain of Youth Stakes, ladies and gentlemen, this year sponsored by Bessie Lou. Violence making the 3-year-old debut, 3-5.
They're all in line. They're racing in the Bessie Lou Stables, Fountain of Youth, and Majestic Hussar broke very well and goes out to take the early lead, and Violence is right behind him on the inside and will tuck in behind the pace setter. Chero is running third and now moves up a spot into second, with Senor Quiscayano going up on the outside of them. El Mutahid is fifth early, 4 lengths off the lead, 2.5 to Speak Logistics. Orban, he's had enough for next, and Longshot Joshua's Comprise is way out of it early. They make their way to the backstretch, 23 flat. A solid first fraction here for Majestic Hussar, who leads it by 1.5 lengths. Charo and Senor Quiscayano are second and third. Violence in a good spot down the backstretch. Now 2.5 lengths off the lead and fourth. El Mutahid is next by another 4.5. Speak Logistics and Orba right together, and then He's Had Enough and Joshua's Comprise far out of it. 45 and 2 for a half mile. Very fast here as they enter the turn. Majestic Hussar speeding right along, and Violence is second now. And he's edging closer to the pacemaker. And Chero goes with him on the outside. Senor Quiscayano has dropped back. Then comes Orb, who's in the midst of his run. He's got 6 to make up. Then Speak Logistics, and he's had enough. And Violence confronts Majestic Hussar at the top of the stretch. They went 3/4 in 1:08 and 4. Orb is third and closing in at the top of the lane. It's Violence in front. On the outside, Orb comes after him. Majestic Hussar is at the rail. Orb runs by Violence. Orb has taken the lead. And Orb on the outside has won the Bessie Lou Stables Fountain of Youth. Violence was a good second today. Then Speak Logistics, Majestic Hussar, and he's had enough.
And just an incredible internal pace. Violence felt the effects, but he didn't quit, tried to come back inside, but no. It's Shug McGahee winning another stakes race down at Gulfstream Park with Orb, a masterful ride by John Velasquez, who was well off the 23, 45 and 2, 108 and 4, which I think, for the records that I maintain, is easily the fastest 6 furlong sprint in the mile and 16th Fountain of Youth ever. That paid the price on Violence. Speak Logistics finishes third. Coming out of the race, Violence, right sesamoid injury, off the Derby trail. Be very interesting to see if Violence ever comes back to the races. The winner, a very good race setup, which I think for an off-the-pace runner going a mile and the 16th at Gulfstream Park, they need. They received it. Hall of Famer John Velasquez sat chilly. Violence, brilliant in defeat, but unfortunately injured in defeat, perhaps not to race again. Sunday afternoon at Gulfstream Park, we're going to go to the turf for the ladies' turf sprint. Stop Shopping Maria, who seems to have found a home sprinting on the turf, even money.
They're racing in the ladies' turf sprint, and Rosa Salvaje goes straight out to the lead. Stop Shopping Maria away running in second. Honey Child is third. And then it's Double the Energy, Klondike Kate going up on the far outside. Whipsaw Cities after that, and then comes Brilliant Katie tripping along. And 3 lengths more back to Queen's Award, who's the trailer as they move for the turn. Rosa Salvaje on top, a half a length over Stop Shopping Maria. Honey Child is third and right to the outside of them after a 21 flat quarter. And then it's Guts to Glory on the far outside, Klondike Kate, who's moving up in 4th position as they come toward the top of the stretch. They're turning for home now. And on the inside, it's Rosa Salvaje. Stop Shopping Maria moves up alongside. Honey Child is in 3rd, trying to come and get them. Then Brilliant Katie to the inside. Into the final 16th, Stop Shopping Maria's got the lead. And Stop Shopping Maria will win the ladies' turf sprint over Rosa Salvaje, Honey Child, and Queen's Award.
And Stop Shopping Maria scores her 3rd consecutive turf sprint since being off the board at Saratoga, gets her first stakes victory under John Velasquez for Todd Pletcher and the Familiar Silks of Rapoli Stable. Stop Shopping Maria returns $4.20. Rosa Salvaje finishes 2nd with Honey Child 3rd in Sunday's ladies turf sprint. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, action from Laurel and the big Saturday afternoon at the fairgrounds.
With more than 70 convenient locations, internet wagering at CapitalOTB.com, and live operators ready to take your call, CapitalOTB.com is the better choice for wagering on thoroughbred and harness racing. Stop by one of our locations to bet in person, or open a Capital Bets account and place your bets over the phone or at CapitalOTB.com. Whether you're on the road or in the comfort of your own home, Capital OTB is the better choice.
Listen to what people are saying about the Clubhouse Racebook.
It's really nice. It's really modern, open, bright, and there's definitely a lot more machines where you can make your wagers. And I like the fact that it's open. Anywhere I look, I can see football if I want to, or any of the tracks. Then I can also see the people that I've seen for many years. You feel comfortable. The staff is great. It makes you feel comfortable. It's a nice place to spend an afternoon on the weekend.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Turning our attention to Saturday afternoon at Laurel. Fillies and Mares going 9 furlongs on the dirt. And Moon Philly, off her victory in the Nellie Morris most recently, 8-5 on the morning line, but twice the lady who was 9-5 on the morning line was a scratch. at 1-5, Moon Philly.
Lined up in the Maryland Racing Media Stakes. And they're off. Just a tad of a slow start for the favorite Moon Philly, but touch the birds to the front. Moon Philly now quickly in the stride. Access to Charlie and Blessed Soul racing wide the first turn run. And Smart Cash is settled 5.5 lengths off the lead, and Joyce's Angel trailing. Touch the birds out there to make the pace under Forest Boys. Kept close attendance by Moon Philly. They're the favorite under Jeremy Rose. Access to Charlie is rating off the lead in third. It's 2 more lengths, and Smart Cash is in fourth, and Blessed Soul 5 in advance. So Joyce's Angel is last now, and about 13 off the pace up ahead. Touch the birds on this good going. Touch the birds just at an easy clip. 3/4 of a length is settled into a steady beat from Moon Philly. Right there, a close second to the outside. Very slow pace, 25-3 was that opening quarter for Touch the Birds, and Moon Philly not letting her get away with much. Access to Charlie is in third, followed Smart Cash, who's in fourth, then Blessed Soul fifth, and Joyce's Angel sixth. 50 and change for the half mile. Heading for the far turn, there's a half mile to run. The Maryland Racing Media Stakes. Touch the birds now. Jeremy Rose asking more from the favorite filly, Moon Philly. Moon Philly now all out after Touch the Birds. Touch the Birds. Moon Philly's digging down on the outside. They're getting away from Access to Charlie by 4, and all the others have plenty to do now. Here's Moon Philly to take the lead right there at the 5/16 from Touch the Birds. 5 in advance, Access to Charlie. Maybe double digits now back to all the others. Blessed Soul, Smart Cash, Joyce's Angel. They're into the stretch, and Moon Philly is roaming home now. Moon Philly by 5 lengths, furlong and a half out from Touch the Bird second. Access to Charlie third. A furlong left to go. Jeremy Rose going to work on Moon Philly, and she is well clear, dominating here in the Maryland Racing Media Stakes from Access to Charlie and Touch the Birds. Moon Philly's a sharp filly again. Moon Philly to score by 7 or more. Access to Charlie, Touch the Birds, and Blessed Soul.
And Jeremy Rose just sits behind the early pace setter and makes it look as easy as 1-5 could possibly look. Wins by better than 9 lengths for Michael Trambetta. Finishing second is Access to Charlie. And the early leader in the race, Touch the Birds, finishes third in Saturday's Maryland Racing Media. Going down to the fairgrounds for their big afternoon of racing on Saturday, unfortunately, which has been a theme throughout the winter. So much rain down in New Orleans way. Couple off-the-turf races, including up first, the 31st running of the Genteel Sunbeam off the turf at 4-5.
And the gate for the Genteel Stakes. And they're off. And Hayti broke a bit inward at the start. There's Skip the Pinot and Hopeful Notion in the blue cap from the rail. Sunbeam fourth as they move into the first turn. Nubbin Ridge is fifth with the rail. Then Pure Pegasus. We come back to both Phantom's Ghost and Johnny Handsome as they go to the back of the track. So it's Skip the Pinot and a very easy lead for Skip the Pinot. Hayti follows. For the inside is Hopeful Notion third now as they settle into stride. It's 2.5 lengths back to Nubbin Ridge, 2 more to Sunbeam. Pure Pegasus with the rail. 5 furlongs to go. Johnny Handsome has relegated Phantom's Ghost to last. The quarter in 23 3/5 seconds. Heading to the half-mile pole. Skip the Pinot. Token pressure. Token pressure at best from Hayti. They're 1-2, 4 furlongs out. Hopeful Notion running in third. Still that break to Nubbin Ridge between horses. Pure Pegasus toward the rail. 3 wide Sunbeam. Johnny Handsome last but 1. Phantom's Ghost still 8th. Half mile in 46 3/5 seconds. It's been smooth sailing out in front for Skip the Pinot. Here's Hayty's challenge. Skip the Pinot by a gray neck to Hayti. Hopeful Notion still right there third. Sunbeam's on the move. Sunbeam is the wide out and coming 4 wide. Nubbin Ridge 5th. Then Pure Pegasus, Johnny Handsome, and Phantom's Ghost was last into the stretch. 3/4 went and 1 minute 12 1/5 seconds with this stretch rally. There goes Sunbeam. Sunbeam in front, pulling away with plenty. Sunbeam has opened up on Hopeful Notion. Farther back is Nubbin Ridge and Skip the Pinot. Sunbeam with a spectacular score in the Genteel Stakes. Sunbeam handily by 5 in 1 minute 42 3/5 seconds. Then Hopeful Notion, Nubbin Ridge. Farther back was Skip the Pinot, Hayti, and Johnny Handsome was well beaten today by 4-5. Sunbeam.
And Sunbeam for Al Stahl, who was cross-entered into the Risen Star, probably got his wish by the Genteel, coming off the turf, winning by nearly 5 lengths under Colby Hernandez, returning $3.80. Hopeful Notion finishes second, with Nubbin Ridge third in the off-the-turf Genteel. Continuing on, unfortunately, off the turf, up next is the Bayou Handicap at 2-5. Now, this is off the turf, Daisy Divine.
They're in the gate. And they're off in the Bayou Handicap. Anniversary Girl with Daisy Divine going out toward the front. Zapper Bell, Snugs and Kisses with that rail speed for Rosie Napravnik. The Vi 4-2. Ossis, first start to the season for Our Lady in Red, who takes up position in the backfield as they turn. So it's Snugs and Kisses leading with the fence. Snugs and Kisses in front of the 10-time winner Daisy Divine, who tracks Snugs and Kisses as they go to the back of the track. Zapper Bell third in that box, kept in by Anniversary Girl, who's 3 deep. Ossis in 5th, but close, and it's 3 more to Our Lady in Red, running in 6th. The opening quarter for Snugs and Kisses, 24 1/5 seconds. Snugs and Kisses led at the 5 1/2. Flanked by Daisy Divine, who's close in tow there for James Graham. Snugs and Kisses, Daisy Divine right with her. Zapper Bell with a toe hold down there at the fence. On the outside is Anniversary Girl, and Ossis now moves up between that divide. Our Lady in Red is last as they go past the half mile, where Snugs and Kisses clocked 4 furlongs, but Daisy Divine still close up in 48 2/5 seconds. So even splits for Snugs and Kisses, who at this point just holds Daisy Divine, who's poised to strike through the far turn. Now Daisy Divine with this move on Snugs and Kisses, and Daisy Divine has a head in front of Snugs and Kisses. Here's the quarter pole. Ossis, Anniversary Girl, wide white blinkers. Our Lady in Red relegated Zapper Bell to last, and now they're into the stretch. 3/4, 1 minute 13 1/5 seconds. Daisy Divine in a battle with Snugs and Kisses. Snugs and Kisses really taking it to Daisy Divine. Down to the final 16th. Ossis is third. Snugs and Kisses. Daisy Divine in her class. Snugs and Kisses. Daisy Divine. Snugs and Kisses holds on in a thrilling duel over Daisy Divine. Ossis third, and Anniversary Girl finished 4th.
And it is Snugs and Kisses, ladies and gentlemen, making every poll a winning one for Rosie Napravnik and Tommy Amos. They return $11.20 as third choice in the wagering. And Daisy Divine, a brilliant turf runner of recent history. I think she did very well to finish second as the awful 2-5 favorite. And Ossis finishes third as second choice in the 45th running of the Bayou Handicap. And one race that did stay on the turf Saturday afternoon at the Fairgrounds, the Fairgrounds Handicap, even money, Wayne Lucas Optimizer.
They're off in the Fairgrounds Handicap. Wilcox in nearest the inside, was right over toward the rail there for Jose Lescano. Here's Wilcox in, coming to the forefront early on from Optimizer. Here's the inside is Bim Bam with 2 months rent in the red blinkers blue cap, and the 10-time winner Cavallero. They come past the stands, and the early leader is Wilcox in. Wilcox in front, leading Optimizer by a length and a half as they turn. Cavallero, here's the inside is Bim Bam, and in between horses, 2 months rent. They go to the back of the course. Wilcox in went the opening quarter in 24 3/5 seconds over this soft Stoll Wilson turf course. Wilcox in front of Optimizer. Bim Bam with a toe down there at the fence, 2 months rent between horses, and Cavallero last of the quintet. Being led by Wilcox in, so Wilcox in sets the tone. Optimizer, a length and a half in back of Wilcox in, who runs a half mile in 51 2/5 stress-free seconds. Bim Bam closer toward the inside with 2 months rent, and Cavallero. Wilcox in, Optimizer. 2 months rent, Bim Bam, and Cavallero. That's the 5 of them as they turn again. Wilcox in has made every yard so far, with Optimizer still in chase mode. Wilcox in leads the way from Optimizer. Now in the shadow of the quarter pole. 2 months rent is picking it up. Here's 2 months rent. Now coming to take on Wilcox in, then Bim Bam, and Cavallero was last. They've turned the corner in the Fairgrounds Handicap. Wilcox in Optimizer now sent off through up the fence by John Court. And Optimizer has taken up the running from Wilcox in, and they're deep in the final furlong. 2 months rent, Bim Bam and Caballero last. It's Optimizer well inside the final half furlong. Optimizer in the Fairgrounds Handicap. Optimizer. Optimizer to win it from Bim Bam, who gained second from 2 months rent. Wilcoxon was fourth. Caballero finished fifth.
And Optimizer coming off of the Colonel Bradley victory scores once again on a soft turf course. John Court aboard for the even money victory. Optimizer now 2 for 2 on the Fairgrounds turf. And one thing I noticed in the Daily Racing Form past performances and the charts that they list Calumet Farm, which the former Bluegrass LLC has taken over. But they had the old Calumet Silks listed, which isn't accurate. They're using the black with the gold chevrons. Bim Bam finishes second with 2 months rent, finishing third in the Fairgrounds. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, more action from the Fairgrounds and out Phoenix Way, Turf Paradise.
Listen to what people are saying about the Clubhouse Racebook.
I've been coming here for well over 30 years to the OTB, and I think this is an outstanding facility. Probably comparable to something you'd see in Vegas. They have the big screens there, and then they have the auxiliary screens for, watching all the tracks. And the primary tracks of the day, they'll switch to the big screens, which is ideal for most of us race guys. We like to see the big races on the big screen. Well done.
The Capital OTB Handicapping Challenge Series is back. That's right, the 2013 Capital OTB Handicapping Challenge Series is back, and it's your chance to win thousands in cash and prizes and a seat at the 2014 National Handicapping Championship in Las Vegas. This month's contest is the Shamrock Showdown on March 2nd. So sign up today online at capitalotb.com or stop in at the Clubhouse Racebook. And don't forget our Showviver series, Capital OTB's online handicapping contest.
And continue with the action down at the Fairgrounds. Up next on the dirt, the Mineshaft Handicap. Mark Walensky, second race since mid-May, 4-5.
In the gate for the Mineshaft Handicap. And they're off. And there's Hero of Order between horses with Infratini, Golden Ticket, Mark Walensky toward the rail. Raison d'Etat, Cool Street, and Macho Bull. Hero of Order leads to the first third. Hero of Order flanked by Infratini. Mark Walensky third as they settle into stride there for Rosina Pravnik with Golden Ticket outside Mark Walensky's quarters. Macho Bull now is edged into fifth from Raison d'Etat, and stretch running Cool Street takes up position in the backfield. The opening quarter for Hero of Order, 25 1/5 seconds. Hero of Order pressed harder now by Infratini. Hero of Order by a neck. Infratini right there with Hero of Order as they head to the half-mile pole. Golden Ticket, Mark Walensky covered up toward the inside. A break of 3.5 to Macho Bull. Raison d'Etat is 7 from the front. 4 more to Cool Street. So it's Hero of Order, a half-mile from home in the Mineshaft. Half-mile in 49 3/5 seconds. Infratini is right with Hero of Order. Golden Ticket third, and also getting closer now, but with 3 furlongs to go. Mark Walensky, fourth and riding the rail. Macho Bull now being asked to pick up. So too Raison d'Etat. Cool Street is 8 from these leaders as they close ranks as they come toward the quarter pole. Hero of Order just headed by Infratini. Golden Tickets move. Macho Bull 4 wide. Mark Walensky is spying a gap, now switched out. Cool Street on the far outside, then Raison d'Etat. Across the track. A furlong to go. Here comes Mark Walensky's run. Golden Ticket matching Mark Walensky, but past the 16th, Mark Walensky has taken the lead close to home. Mark Walensky. Mark Walensky to win it. Cool Street grabs second. Golden Ticket third, then Hero of Order, Infratini, Macho Bull, and Raison d'Etat was last.
And what I think was a terrific Grade 3 race, Mark Walensky, who just got beat in the Louisiana Handicap off the mid-May victory in the Peter Pan Stakes, scores the victory under Rosina Pravnik for Larry Jones and the former governor of the Commonwealth of Kentucky, Burton Jones. They return $3.80 as the favorite. Cool Streak finishes third, and Golden Ticket, second choice in the wagering, finishes third in the Mineshaft. 3-year-old fillies on tap up next. What used to be the Devona Dale, then used to be the Silver Bullet Day. Now 3-year-old fillies in the Rachel Alexandra at 3-2, making the 3-year-old debut, Unlimited Budget.
They're in the gate. They're off in the Rachel Alexandra Stakes. Finding More from the rail. There's Dancing in the Circle between horses. Neath, Daddy's Song going for 2. Unlimited Budget will be 5th as they enter the first turn. It's Dancing in the Circle, who leads at the inside from Daddy's Song, and these two fillies lead them to the back of the track, with Neath running in 3rd by a length and a half. Finding More is 4th. Unlimited Budget, now 5th upon settling there for Rosie Napravnik, then a 4-length break to Blue Violet, who's won off the rail, held by Alluring Lady. Midnight Ballet, Every Way. Promise Me More is dropped back to last. Robust opening quarter, 22 and 4/5 seconds. Dancing in the Circle has come more than 3 lengths clear from Daddy's Song, who's second by that same margin, more or less. Here's Finding More, who comes through inside of Neath to be a joint 3rd. Unlimited Budget 5th, and off this hot pace. And Dancing in the Circle runs 4 furlongs in 46 and 2/5 seconds. Then comes Alluring Lady together with Blue Violet. Midnight Ballet, Every Way. Promise Me More still trails. 3 furlongs from home. Dancing in the Circle continues to cut it out. Dancing in the Circle holding on to this lead from Finding More. Now Unlimited Budget starts to rally on the outside, and here comes Unlimited Budget as they've brought Dancing in the Circle right back to the fold as they turn for home. 3/4 and 1, 12 and 1 into the stretch, where Unlimited Budget has taken the lead. They're in the final furlong and a half. Unlimited Budget is in front now. Dropping back was Dancing in the Circle, Finding More. Blue Violet, Promise Me More staying on. Every Way is next. Inside the final 16th, it's Unlimited Budget with a winning start to the season. Unlimited Budget, 3 for 3. And she wins the Rachel Alexandra. Promise Me More second, Blue Violet 3rd, Every Way 4th. Dancing in the Circle finished 5th. Finding More was next.
And Unlimited Budget coming off of the victory in the Demoiselle, now 3 for 3, a lifetime. Slow little stutter start, but not a problem, going a mile and a 16. Scores handily by nearly 4 lengths under Rosie Napravnik for Todd Pletcher and the Familiar Silks of Rapoli Stable. They return $5. Promise Me More, long shot at 20-1, finishes 2nd. And Blue Violet, 3rd in this year's edition of the Rachel Alexandra. Up next, one of the finest preps for a prep you will ever come across. 3-year-olds in the Risen Star at 3-2, making the first start of the year, Normandy Invasion.
They're in the gate. And they're off in the Risen Star. Normandy Invasion was last away and also bobbled there. Normandy Invasion trails the pack as they charge toward the first turn. It's Proud Strike vying for it with Code West. Agent in the red cap right there, along with Circle Unbroken. And Oxbow is caught 5 wide as they move around the first turn, and My Loot comes up closer toward the rail. So they're being led to the back of the track by Proud Strike by 3/4 of length in front of Code West, who's right there with the leader. Agent is up close in 3rd. My Loot taking a hold of in 4th. Oxbow now gains ground on the outside, then Circle Unbroken. Hard Rock 11 is also out wide on the track. Saving ground is Golden Soul, one off the rail, Palace Malice. We come back to Bethel, I've Struck a Nerve, and wide, Normandy Invasion is last. This doesn't. The 1/4 and 23 and 4/5 seconds. They head to the half-mile pole. Code West has taken a short lead from Proud Strike with 4 furlongs to go. And just off them is Oxbow. My Loot is a close 4th, Agent in 5th. Circle Unbroken a wide 6th. Toward the inside is Golden Soul. Palace Malice now gains ground between horses. Then comes Hard Rock 11, who's under pressure with I've Struck a Nerve. Normandy Invasion is wide, but going past rivals. Normandy Invasion's come past a few. Bethel's dropped back to last. The half-mile went in 1:12 and 3 as they turn for home now. And it's Oxbow who's taken the lead. My Loot on the outside and under pressure. Code West charging on the far outside, Palace Malice, along with I've Struck a Nerve. Normandy Invasion is 8th. They're in the final furlong. It's Oxbow. Here comes Palace Malice. Far outside is I've Struck a Nerve. Code West is battling with the rail. A mad dash to the wire. It's I've Struck a Nerve. I've Struck a Nerve and Code West in a close Risen Star photo. Palace Malice was right there with Oxbow. Normandy Invasion did have some late interest. I Struck a Nerve is 99-1, and Code West right there as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, you might be able to write a book on the trip notes coming out of the 40th running of the Risen Star on Saturday at the fairgrounds, but you would first start with at 135-1. Now, I know last year in the Louisiana Derby, we had Hero of Order better than 99-1. But ladies and gentlemen, I have to tell you, I keep spreadsheets on stakes races throughout the country going back 20, 30 years. I'm not so sure I have ever recorded a $272.40 winner. I've Struck a Nerve. And if you saw the coverage, Keith DeSormo said that they are going to Kentucky because scoring the 50 points in the Risen Star, in my opinion, guarantees you a starting gate position in the Kentucky Derby. A brilliant nose victory over Code West. Palace Malice finishes third. The favorite, Normandy Invasion, after a horrible start, finishes fifth as the 3-2 favorite. And continuing with 3-year-olds going out to Turf Paradise, the Turf Paradise Derby at 2-1, Persuasive Paul.
They are off in the Turf Paradise Derby, and We Can Be Heroes started well, as did Brokered from the outside. Hard 9 is right there, and Red Zeus moves up with Mark there also forwardly placed, but it's going to be quite the shuffle for the early lead. 4 across the racetrack here. Hard 9 is closest to the inside. We Can Be Heroes is alongside that with Red Zeus moving to the outside. Farther out is Brokered, who got the worst of it around that turn. Persuasive Paul is well positioned in 5th, and Tis Fitting moves right through on the inside now and gets a rail skimming run. Mark is now back in 7th. Stone Ridge Gold races 8th, and Glencoe Kid is the trailer, the opening quarter mile, 23-2. Continuing on up the back stretch, it's still a contested pace here. We Can Be Heroes is right there with Hard 9 down on the inside. Tis Fitting is moving right through now. Tis Fitting says, well, I'm not waiting anymore, and Tis Fitting goes right on to take the lead. Brokered, though, is attacking on the outside, and between that pair is Red Zeus, who's hanging in well. Stone Ridge Gold races in 4th. Also moving up is Persuasive Paul, but still has 5 lengths to come. Glencoe Kid is trying to rally from last. Hard 9 has now been shuffled back. Also dropping back, We Can Be Heroes, and Mark is the trailer. The half was 47-1. 6 furlongs in 1:11-3 to the top of the stretch. It's Brokered. Brokered now confronted by Persuasive Paul on the outside. These two have gone past Tis Fitting, who's in tight down on the rail, and Persuasive Paul now takes the lead. It is Persuasive Paul in front, deep in the stretch of the Turf Paradise Derby. Persuasive Paul wins the Turf Paradise Derby going away. Brokered is second, then Tis Fitting and Stone Ridge Gold.
And Persuasive Paul was off of a 25-length loss at Santa Anita behind Super 99 and Code West. Joe Steiner gets the favorite home, returning $6.66. There was a claim of foul between the third-place runner, Tis Fitting, against the second-place runner, Brokered. It was disallowed. Doug O'Neill sends out the winner in this year's Turf Paradise Derby. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, action from Santa Anita and the Big A.
Hey, race fans, head down to the all-new Clubhouse Racebook and get in the game. With live horse racing on more than 250 flat-screen TVs, state-of-the-art wagering terminals, fantastic food and drinks, an amazing Vegas-style atmosphere with seating for nearly 900 of your closest friends. Conveniently located at 711 Central Avenue, right off Exit 5 of I-90 in Albany, the Clubhouse Racebook is the better choice. No matter where in the world you are, the excitement of wagering on live horse racing is just a click away. CapitalOTB.com offers live streaming, free past performances, analysis and selections from professional handicappers, and a simple, safe, and secure wagering platform. And best of all, it's surcharge-free. CapitalOTB.com, the better choice.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We turn our attention to Santa Anita, 3 stakes races, 2 of them on Saturday. Up first, down the hill, about 6.5 furlongs in the Joe Hernandez, 4-5, Unbridled's Note.
And away they go to a good beginning. Unbridled's Note began well, but they're all lining up on the lead. Chips all in the white blinkers along the inside is right there. On the far side is Make Music for Me with them as well. Facultoso's now gone up to race in third, and Tale of a Champion right there too. Then we come back to Irish Art, and Kaliz is last. They run to the half-mile pole, and Unbridled's Note taking a strong hold, keen to go on. Unbridled's Note pulls himself a length and a half in front. Chips All In is tracking from the second position. Just in behind that comes Facultoso, now only 2.5 off the leaders. On the far side, Make Music for Me, Tale of a Champion down at the rail. Kaliz is second last, but no more than 4.5 off these leaders, and Irish Art is last. They're at the top of the lane. Unbridled's Note along the inside. Chips All In running a big one in the white blinkers. Unbridled's Note, Chips All In, they stride for stride. Tale of a Champion chases from third. Starting to run on late Kaliz. They come for home, and Chips All In and Unbridled's Note. These two nose and nose. Neither one will give an inch. Chips All In, Unbridled's Note. Unbridled's Note, Chips All In. Oh, a bob of the nose. That one could go either way. Unbridled's Note, Chips All In. Very, very close. Tale of a Champion was third.
And Unbridled's Note, who recently was finishing third in the Malibu Stakes, but previously that, the runner-up in the Breeders' Cup Turf under Corey Nakatani. You don't see this every day, ladies and gentlemen. Makes every pole going 6.5 down the hill. A winning one returns $3.60 for Steve Asmussen. Chips All In finishes second, and longest shot in the board, Tale of a Champion, third in the Joe Hernandez. Also on the card Saturday afternoon, the Grade 2 7 furlong San Carlos Handicap at 9-5, the Lumber Guy.
Gates closed, all set for the San Carlos. And away they go. Comet to the top, flew out of the gate. Comet to the top, straight to the lead. The Lumber Guy on the far side. Between them, Justin Phillip is showing good speed, running up alongside of the leader. Midnight Transfer, Gold Sleeves right there, and Canonize a close-up fifth. Sahara Sky, white blinkers in 6, 4 lengths off the leaders. Drill is on the far side. Capital Account content to drop out last, gives them 10-length start. They head to the half-mile pole. Justin Phillip on the far side, and Comet to the top. They lead it by 4. The Lumber Guy content to sit third. Canonize down at the rail. Midnight Transfer between them. On the far side, Sahara Sky. Drill is going to be caught 4 wide into the turn. He's 6 off that leader. And another 4 back to Capital Account. They've run past the 3/8 pole. Comet to the top, down at the rail. Justin Phillip has not given him a breather. These two stride for stride. They clear by 4 to Sahara Sky. Midnight Transfer. The Lumber Guy's losing ground. Then Canonized Drill, and Capital Account starting to wind up from last. Top of the lane, Comet to the top now, and Justin Phillip. They still the leaders, chased home by Midnight Transfer, Sahara Sky, Capital Account and Drill. They come for home, Comet to the top, Midnight Transfer on the inside, Sahara Sky, Comet to the top, Capital Account with a late run. Sahara Sky going to get there, Sahara Sky to win it. Sahara Sky has won the San Carlos, close then for second, a fast closing Capital Account and Comet to the top.
But as I would call him, Sahara Sky under Joe Talamo scores the $14.60 upset victory for Jerry Hollendorfer, part owner also. Capital Account finishes second. Comet to the top, a brilliant performance in defeat, finishes third. Sahara Sky most recently won the Palace Verdes at 21-1. Now in 6 career starts at Santa Anita, 4 wins and 2 seconds for Sahara Sky. The Lumber Guy, 9-5 off of a 7th place finish at 4-5 in the Malibu, beats 1 horse in Saturday's San Carlos. Sunday afternoon, once again down the hill, going 6.5 furlongs in the Sensational Star at 2-1, Cat Talk.
Goes in, gates closed, all set for the Sensational Star. And away they go. Coach Bob hopped away smartly on the far side. Maui Mark in the white blinkers. Ain't No Other settles in third. Then we come back to A Toast to You in the white cap. Circus Golden Gear races 5 off the leaders. Then we drop back to Stony Fleece. On the far side is Cat Talk, giving them a good 8-length start. And at the back is Star Spangled Heat. Strung out over a lot of ground, and Coach Bob very fast. Coach Bob has opened up to lead by 3. Maui Markers in second. Ain't No Other right there in third. Then Circus Golden Gear. A Toast to You races along in the white cap now. A Toast to You gives them a 6-length start. It's another 3 back to Cat Talk, who's towards the rear. Then comes Stony Fleece. And last of all is Star Spangled Heat. They're at the top of the lane, and Coach Bob is still the leader, going just a tad wide into the turn, but Coach Bob now kicks on for home. Ain't No Other now coming with a nice run, and here comes Ain't No Other on the grandstand side to take them on. Maui Mark in the white blinkers in with a shot too. They come for home, and it's Ain't No Other now going up to take the advantage and kick away from them. Coach Bob running a game 1. Star Spangled Heat now coming flying on the inside. Ain't No Other's too good. Ain't No Other's won the sensational start to a flying Star Spangled Heat. A Toast to You was running on well too, a close third.
But Ain't No Other from off the pace 4, Jerry Hollendorfer. They add blinkers. They were 0 for 5 on the Santa Anita turf. And now with the $11.40 victory in the Sensational Star, they are 1 for 6. Star Spangled Heat finishes second. And finishing third is A Toast to You. Cat Talk, making the stakes debut as the 2-1 favorite, finishes 6th. And one stakes race to bring you from the Big A. That was on Friday afternoon. The Ruby Rubbles with Singlet, the narrow favorite at 6 to 5.
They're in the gate. And they're off. Schrumdiddlyumptious is going for the lead. Number 4, Acquisitive, refused at the start. Acquisitive way behind the field. Schrumdiddlyumptious in front. Down on the inside, Nicole's Miss L. Singlet. And on the outside is Promise Me a Cat. And again, way back is Acquisitive. The quarter and 23-1. Schrumdiddlyumptious leads 3/4 of a length. Singlet on the outside. Singlet a half length off Schrumdiddlyumptious. It's a gap of almost 3 back to Promise Me a Cat. Nicole's Miss L down at the rail. They come for the top of the stretch. Schrumdiddlyumptious and Singlet. And the two favorites are right together after a half and 46 and 2/5 seconds. Schrumdiddlyumptious down at the rail. Singlet alongside. And Promise Me a Cat is gaining ground on the outside. Now a 16th out. Singlet and Schrumdiddlyumptious. Promise Me a Cat third. They come for the wire. It's Singlet to win it by a long neck. Schrumdiddlyumptious was second. Promise Me a Cat third. Then Nicole's Miss L in fourth.
And a ding-dong finish as we come down the stretch. The two favorites battling out, but it is the actual betting favorite, Singlet, under Cornelio Velasquez, who wins by half a length, with Scrumdiddlyumptious finishing second, also at 6 to 5. Promise Me a Cat finishes third. The 5 horses run in the odds order, and Acquisitive, who was 52 to 1, who in the 2 most recent starts, slow start, well, this time dwelt. No action at better than 50 to 1 in Friday's Ruby Rubbles. That wraps up this week's edition of Horses and Courses. We invite you to join us next time as we review stakes action from around the country.